Well, we're back with another lesson in lap steel licks in the tuning of open G. Before we get started with today's lesson, a couple of shout outs. First of all, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. I'm starting to see a good growth on this channel, and an extra special thanks to the brand new Patreon subscribers. Your support is gratefully appreciated. Also, we're going to do a quick shout out here to fatdave.ca. Dave Dodds and his family run a wonderful British-style pub in Brantford, Ontario, Canada. And through this whole pandemic, and especially at the beginning, they've been supportive of all the musicians that have played in that pub for the past 25 years. The Dodd family were the first ones, or I should say, the Dodd family in Brantford were one of the only ones who actually supported live streaming from their pub and paid the musicians while doing so. Kind of created their own economy in this whole mess of economy. So he's also supporting local bands. He's got fatdave.ca. This isn't a paid commercial at all. I just really love that family, and so therefore I wear his shirt. Check out fatdave.ca. Okay, in this lesson today, we're in the tuning of open G, so that'll be G, B, D, G, B, D. Okay? However, the lick that I just played is based in the key of D. There's going to be a couple of hammer-ons, pull-offs, just a general lick that you can play. This lick will also work in the Dobro, or on the Dobro, however you want to say that. So you can use this as a bluegrass lick or even as just a lap steel lick, with your choice. Anyway, stay tuned. We got a jam track coming for it. Let's tear this lick apart. This riff starts off in the key of D, and it's going to be a quick hammer-on. I believe we touched upon this lick way back in the Weisenborn series. I'm not sure. But let's play the lick slowly first, once through, and then we'll tear it down. And we'll talk about that sweet little harmonic trick that we can do as well. Okay, so let's start it. The lick's going to start on the 4th string with your thumb right here. And what we do is so it's like an octave. We pluck the 4th string with our thumb, follow that with the index finger, the 2nd finger on the open string, and then we do a hammer-on at the 2nd fret on the 3rd string with the bar. Okay, so we're just going to pluck the G string, 3rd string, and then bring the bar down upon the fret. Okay, so let's play the whole thing. Just a bit of vibrato there. I always try to get that in. Okay? Now the next part requires a combination of simultaneously plucking the G string and the D string. That would be the 3rd string and 1st string respectively. So we bring that up to the 4th fret on the 3rd string, slanting the bar upward, kind of like a dobro thing. We're not going to cover the whole board. We're just going to slant it up. So it's going to be... Okay, so we do and then slide the bar down to the 2nd fret on that 3rd string, like so. And you'll notice the open D string, the 1st string, remains the drone string. Okay, so kind of a standard dobro sort of thing. And then we finish the lick by sliding in to the 5th fret using the first 4 strings. Now, sometimes I like to keep this one open. You can do it both ways. You can cover the 3rd string on the 5th fret or leave it open, so you're only covering the bottom 3 strings on the 5th fret. Okay, so there's this way, which gives you pretty much the standard C, and this way kind of gives you that open sounding chord with the G being open here. So let's review the lick. Okay, and then a nice little vibrato to finish that, just to let it ring clear. So that's the first part of the lick. We'll run it one more time, then we'll get to part two. All right, stay tuned. We'll take apart the second part of this riff. The second part of the riff requires some hammer-ons and pull-offs, and that is a typical dobro kind of trick. So let's just play it quickly first. So what we'll do, I'll play that again, but I'll play you the whole part of this riff before we get to that sweet little pinch harmonic thing. So. Okay, so that's the whole lick. So let's tear it apart. This time we're going to start with our index finger on the second string, and it's just going to be we're going to hammer and pull. Okay, and that's at the first fret with the bar at the second string. It's just a standard kind of hammer-on pull-off type thing. So then we move the bar up to the second fret on the third string, and then we just do a sort of a pull-off there. But it's not really a pull-off because I'm going to use my thumb to pluck each note. And then it ends right there on the root note, fourth string again. However, this is where the spider technique comes into play. When we hit that root fourth string D note, we want to make sure that we are blocking out the G string with our index finger. Kind of the spider technique, and kind of important so you don't get the sort of... It's just because it's got that extra G note, it kind of makes it a little bit dissonant, where it's better if it's just the root D like this. That's sort of the idea we're going for, okay? So you'll see when I come down on the lick, when I simultaneously hit the fourth string with my thumb pick, I also bring down my index finger on the third string to deaden that note. Kind of important. Okay, and then we just take the second finger, we begin the bar at the high string, D, at the second fret, and slide it up to the fourth fret. Okay? All this time, my index finger never leaves pressing down on that third string. Okay? And then to finish it out, we keep the index finger on the third string, and then we just sort of go... Now, I like to do it as a pull-off, so basically I'm just going to use my index finger at the fourth fret, the slide at the fourth fret, index finger on the first string like this, and just do the pull-off. Now, I'm doing that quite dramatically, but it's just a subtle. Okay? Now, here's come the fun part of the trick. You can use this anywhere. It's just a kind of a pinch harmonic 4-lap steel. What I do is I go up to the 12th fret, obviously that's the octave harmonic, and I just sort of flip my hand over and just use the skin on my pinky, just to get that standard harmonic. And then I just follow that up by lightly putting the bar on the string, probably around the 7th fret. You can go to the 8th fret, kind of wherever you want to go. The lick's wide open. And so that when I come down on the string, right? Excuse me, I'll do it a little bit cleaner. This works a lot better if your amplifier is quite loud, obviously, or louder, depending on how loud you like to play. It does work well on an acoustic Dobro because it's a rich octave harmonic. So let's do it one more time. So we just subtly hit it. Bring the bar down. You don't quite, you kind of got to do it quicker so you have the sustain, but. Okay, so that's the idea. So let's run the whole second part of the lick. All the while that fourth string is droning in the background, if you can make that happen. Okay, so let's run the entire lick now, and then we'll get to that jam track. All right, stay tuned. We'll be right back with the jam. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this lesson once again. And also, I really do appreciate the subscribers here. I'm having a good time doing this. It's really helping me kill the time while I sit here waiting for this whole thing to be over so I can get back on the road and play some music. In any case, please share. Please subscribe. Tell your friends. If they want to learn some lap steel or some slide guitar, we're right here having fun doing it. In any case, take care. We'll see you guys real soon.